Why did that fail to save? Like, we got something open? It's got another header open in the background? Whoops. So the other one is stun impact. So what we want to do, I think stun impact ground is in our movement somewhere. It's getting a little complicated here. Okay, so that works. Alright, so that should fix those effects that are leaking on the server. They're not leaking per se, and that they are getting cleaned up, but they aren't working as they should. Okay, so next thing we need to fix, the arena level play proper music, access none, trying to read from. Alright. Brackensec. Arena level, play proper music. Alright, so if we're a dedicated server, we just return set volume. Access trying to read none. Okay, I think that'll work. Okay, well, we figured out how we can actually load our level, so that's good. That's a big deal for us. It actually works. Alright, so we fixed some of those bugs. So we figured out how to get it actually working. That's pretty cool. we just need to call server travel and it'll just do its thing. Alright, so one of the things that I need to do is I need to package up the new level that we've got. So let's go ahead and copy this reference for this guy. Let's see, we're going to need to go to our settings, packaging, yeah. We're going to need to add our new thing here, so let's grab Forest A01. Alright, so that'll package that up there. Alright, the next thing we need to do is I need to add the forest level to the game so we can play it in a packed build. So I need to go to game data, game level data. So we've got Midnight Ridge and all that stuff. What are we going to call this? Let's just call this Dark Forest. It's a forest, it's got trees. Awesome. So we'll need to regenerate our code for that. So let's do that. And the next thing I should do is I should fix the direct IP join. I don't know why that's broken. And we'll want to confirm that we can actually join the level now. Yeah, it's cool that the load level instance stuff does work. That you get disconnected from a server is kind of stupid. And that there's no replication is kind of stupid, but there might be some things that we can do with that actually make a big difference. Such as, like, we can go, if we had, like, let's say an endless runner level where, you know, you can just keep running forever in a direction, the server could spawn in chunks of a map and keep track of which chunks it needs to worry about with players running around in it. And it could dynamically unload those and all that stuff, and it'd be just fine. We'd need to, like, hack it in there that the clients need to not disconnect. I mean, we could probably, there's probably some bullshit in there. We can just bypass something. So it shouldn't be crazy. But that would be interesting. You could actually put together kind of an MMO style server with that. And it would work. You'd have to use some messages for RPCs for different game objects. You wouldn't be able to use all the Unreal replication stuff, but you might not need to do that. Like, instead of having the chunk spawn an entity, it could spawn an entity proxy that only spawns on the server, and then the server will then replicate that to the client. So definitely could do some stuff there which would work. So I don't know, that's an interesting thing to think about, that we could actually do that without too much incredible stress and struggle. Alright, so packaging should be good. Come on, Unreal, let me click on shit. Like the stop button. I need to click on the stop button, because I need to be in a freaking level for this. How many clients did we make? 2 or something like that? I don't want a dedicated server. Alright, let's see. Dark Forest does start up. So we're going to start our game. And I'll go to join. Okay, so if we try to connect, attempting to join server, and it totally doesn't work. So let's see here. It's going to be in level utils. I mean game utils. Join server. Start solo level, start hosting. Are we calling join server? Yeah, so public host is empty, private host is empty, port is 0? What? Okay, so our UI is busted for this? Man, I can't believe nobody has reported that. That means literally nobody has been using this direct join flow, because it's completely fucked, isn't it? Like, we're calling join server with host, empty host port. Yeah, here's Host is get multiplayer join IP form host. Attempting to join. Maybe I shouldn't be logging out that password. Alright. Attempting to join undefined, not a number, undefined. Shit. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Why is this undefined? Well, maybe we don't need this in C++ land to actually do this. Attempting to join undefined, not a number. Alright. When did this stop working? Oh, I see what's going on. We have these, we fucked up our IDs in these things. Like, we added text entry to the IDs of these things instead of to their classes. Okay. So this might not be in the live build. This may just be something I screwed up. There we go. And they should transition to the next level. There it goes. Alright, so we have fixed that. What were the errors? Why is it? There we are, yeah. We have a lot of is valids going on around here. That's unfortunate. But the audio seems real finicky at times. Like, it just doesn't like to play, or, you know, it's just not a very stable system, as far as I can tell. Does the forest level just not have a proper soundtrack set in it? Well, it's got it locked, so I'm not going to touch it. Per level ball color. What? Is that a missive? I think. Save game settings and config. Login page, hooks, inputs. Eat inputs when in pause menu. Inbox and forums not working. Alright, well, I'm not going to fix the fucking inbox forums. Alright, so I'm just marking off some tasks at the moment. So we got that in there. This week has been a shit show. Alright, so we got that working. I'm going to go ahead and remove Arena Test 2. Because we don't need it. Let's also go to our level and make sure that our let's just get rid of this, and let's get rid of this. Server and match. Yeah, so we'll just get rid of all that. Alright, so I need to take a look at my schedule. Level transition flow is in progress. I'm just going to do like level transition. Can transition to new levels. Then we'll have one level transition upgrades. Dedicated server commands, dedicated server commands UI. Alright, let's see. Per level physics, per level emissive ball color. So why don't we do that? So we have ball outline glow, ball outline index. Let's have a ball emissive. Color is what it should be. Alright, so what we need is ball, create dynamic material instance, set shader variables, ball outline glow. Okay, so what shader are we using for this? We're using whatever's on here, which is mask lit sprite. Mask lit sprite has a glow scale and emissive tint. So we want to set emissive tint on this guy. Yeah, so get emissive ball color, and we want to. We have the material. In the construction script, we have dynamic material. Alright, so get dynamic material, and then set vector parameter value. This will be the emissive tint. Cast failed. Okay, so we'll have the ball emissive color here, and we'll have like a default emissive color. Emissive tint will be white, I guess. What's the default? Yeah, it's just white. So 1111. Alright, cool. So let's see, for the test level, we want to go to the ball and make the ball emissive color. Yeah, we're going to want to just go to that arena level and set this default to white. That way we can mess with this and set this to red. So I think that's red. Let's take a look though. And by take a look, I mean let's change this emissive color to blue and see if it looks any different. Yeah, so I guess that's because his actual sprite is got green eyes on it, and the emissive sprite sheet is green. So yeah. So it's not going to show up as blue. It'll only like show up as green or as red or whatever the hell, or orange. I kind of like this big stupid ball. Like it's actually kind of cool. It'd be nice if we could interact with crap like this without it freaking the hell out. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect either. Like, just have it be a total piece of shit. Like that might just be enough. It's just like, who cares, you know? Like, if I don't know, it's kind of interesting to have something like this in here. We could have something that maybe like doesn't block the player but blocks the ball. That way we can actually simulate the physics and have it not be complete trash. So maybe we could punch the damn thing and have it do stuff. So it looks like the only real issue that we've got here is that when we do our crouch, that we actually come back up. So we want, like, if we're coming out of a slide and we can't stand up, that we would want to I mean, it is just broken physics. Like, there's no denying that, but it might be kind of cool to have something stupid like this in somewhere. Well, how did the bots deal with it? The bots just ran into the damn thing at high speeds, didn't they? So let's see, we have like play, dash, and all that other stuff. So what we want to do is we want to move you into a crouch if you can't stand up. So I think that's in player. So it's like slide. Alright, so should slide is false. If we are on the ground, is action overriding animation. Stop slide, walk animation, slide outro. I mean, there's gonna be more to it than this. Like I can go into a slide and then punch. Really, the only way that this works is if the player doesn't collide with it. But that's what kind of makes this fun and cool, is that you can actually jump on it. Fucking bots. We just block the goal. There. Nobody can score. No, nope, can't score. Can't score, bots. Too bad. I'm just screwing around. Alright. Though it is interesting, having a ball in there is pretty fun. Like a big, stupid, physics-based thing. This guy's trying to punch me. He can't get to me. Shit. So I need to think about that. Alright. So what would I have to do? Like, we want something that we could walk on. probably that we wouldn't run into. And then we'd probably have some physics stuff in there. You'd have to make it so you couldn't stand up and all that, which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But the thing would be moving around, so like we'd have to keep you outside of it. I don't know, I don't think it's gonna work. It pretty much only works as it is now. And it's not gonna be super great. We'd have to do a lot of work to get it to work without fucking around. Alright, we'll just get rid of the physics object. Alright, so he wanted also per level physics. So let's take a look at that. So if we go to our arena level object, we're going to want our ball physics, I believe. So if we go to our ball has like all this physics stuff on it for damping and all sorts of crap. So the question would be, what do we want? We want level-specific overrides for things. So what would it be? It would be like a damping effect or something else. I mean, we're also going to need, like, we added some physics layers for this thing, so we need some more of these anyway, don't we? Okay, so I'm going to want some angular damping. So this will be the soil angular damping. That's going to be the same as dirt. Alright. Yeah, leaves, angular damping. You've got dirt linear damping, so this will be soil linear damping. And we'll have leaves linear damping. Well, I think we also had fungus linear damping. So fungus linear damping, yeah. Fungus angular damping. Alright. So is there like a set physics properties? Yeah, here we go. Alright, so we need so we've got our angular damping, and then we've also got our linear damping. So we'll just get this slotted in here. Alright, so leaves are going to go to leaves. Fungus is going to go to fungus. Wood is going to go to wood. Alright, so we need wood as well. And why don't we copy rock for that? Alright, that's what we've already got. I'm just kind of out of it this week. I'm on another planet. Probably just need some time off. Alright, wood goes to wood. Moss. Fuck yeah, we need moss too. I mean, it's a lot of damned variables to have all this. So we need moss, and we need moss. Alright, so moss. Soil goes to soil. Soil goes to soil. Moss goes to moss. Wood goes to wood. Fungus goes to fungus. And leaves goes to leaves. And this is unused. Alright, so I think what we'll want is a linear damping and angular damping multiplier for a level, and then a ball gravity thing per level. So I think for physics we've got gravitational force and hit force. Is hit force used anywhere? Create hit effect? Whatever, it doesn't look like it does jack shit. So we'll need the gravitational force override and the linear damping and all that. Okay, so ball. Let's duplicate this. Let's actually fill out this twice. So this will be the ball linear damping multiplier. Ball angular damping multiplier. Ball gravity multiplier. And I think we also want like a ball hit speed multiplier. Ball hit speed multiplier. Alright, so if we do all these, linear damping multiplier should be 1, 1, 1, and 1. Okay, so what we're going to need now is this level override angular damp. Yeah, we should probably... Yeah, so it's like angular damping multiplier, linear damping multiplier, and the gravity force multiplier, and the, what did I call it? The hit speed multiplier. Alright, so these should all be 1 by default. Alright, that's good to know. So let's set our physics properties. This is going to be angular damping multiplier and linear damping multiplier. Okay, so that's in there. We need the gravity force multiplied by the gravity force multiplier. Let's make a function. Let's call it set physics overrides. And we're going to need a few inputs. Alright, so these will be floats. This will be linear damping multiplier override. Angular damping multiplier override. And one thing I did notice the other day is that actually they do have a diff tool for perforce for blueprints, which I did not know. Gravity multiplier override and the ball hit speed multiplier override. Alright. Linear damping, angular damping, gravity, ball hit speed. Ball spawn point, ball spawn. So the ball spawn point has this stuff. So we're going to pass in some overrides, I guess. This will be angular damping override, linear damping override, gravity override, and our hit speed override. These are all floats. Actually, why don't we just add a return value to this? which is BP Brackensack ball reference. Let's just do it that way. Or, yeah, I guess what we probably want to do is we actually do want these as floats. So these guys should be defaulted to 1. Okay. And then we need to go to our ball, and these overrides need to be exposed on spawn so that we can override them when they get spawned. Just that'll keep it simple. You go damping, linear damping, gravity override, hit speed override. Okay, that's good. Okay, now we got this guy. Alright, so we got our linear damping, our angular damping, our gravity, and our ball hit speed. Scale is 1. Actually, that's another thing we might want to do. Ball scale. Let's make sure that starts as a 1. Ball spawn point. Set physics overrides needs to call set physics properties. We need to override these, so this will be the set this value to dampen the ball speed over time. Hello Adam, and hello everybody from Adam's channel. I'm just working on, I'm adding in some level specific physics overrides that Adam was talking about, wanting to get in there, so I'm doing that. So also added the leaves and soil and crap so they can affect the ball with different speeds and everything like that. And sorry, I'm kind of low energy today, but I'll do my best. Thank you for following. Do it, Tog FX. The Thog FX. I don't know how to say your name. So we got these multipliers. They're gonna get set in there.